in the readership, and the book can be found on Amazon, any other bookshop, online or offline. It's all worldwide. Make sure that you buy it's the white cover.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Bruno, I want to expand a little bit more. You were talking about legacy, and I was checking one talk that arrived to my emails, that they were looking for people, for speakers to talk about this, which is a big problem in UK, is about how to close the gap in legacy, and it comes back to culture, because now you have AI, you have cloud computer, you have these new softwares, but what happened is the companies, they're using old softwares, and they have the people, right, using this old software, and they are so scared to make the change because they haven't been nurturing the culture of the company in the right, that they don't do the change. They prefer, so there are companies in UK that you can see that they are huge companies, really, really big, and still they're using softwares that they are not, they need to be changed, they need to be improved, they need to be on the cloud, they need to work in different way. But there is a legacy that has to be taken care in terms of the technology itself, but also the legacy of the people as well. We have to care about these people, to give them training, to spend time with them, to make them understand that this new technology is actually is good for the company, and also for themselves. So what this point that you talk about, culture, right? And also about the emotions, right? Because when companies evaluate the employee, it doesn't matter. You need to hit a number, and that's the end of it. So you can be working for 10 years in a company. If this quarter you don't hit the number that you're supposed to hit, and somehow an external factor decrease the profit, that's it. They fire you just because you didn't meet the number. They don't want to know if maybe this quarter you have problems with your house, maybe you have a son or that is ill, and that's why this affect your performance. But rigid company like this, they only see a number, and they have a criteria, and they don't look at the human aspect of it in order to take the decision, right? So maybe you made mistake, you find the wrong person. So it's true that maybe you have to cut costs, and maybe you need to get rid of people, but because they're looking at a particular number in a particular quarter, and that's the criteria to get rid of the people, find the people, maybe they even find the wrong people for the company, which becomes even worse. So those companies exactly that you talk about, that they looking after the people, and they have this counseling, and they understand it, because at the end of the day we are human beings, right? Because at the end of the day, the whole point to have a company is about maximum performance, maximum productivity, and in order for you to achieve that, you have to bring the human element inside the culture, inside the company, because that will increase productivity. That's why these companies like Google, you go there and you see ping pong tables, and you see places that people can sit and talk. And those companies understand very well that the more better mental health those employees have when they are at work, and when they are actually working, they can be way more productive. The other thing that I want to enhance of what you just said is about those companies looking at with the client. What they looking after the client, checking when the client checking the product. So let's say, for example, Amazon. One of the second whatever richest men in the planet. What is the only success of Amazon? Why the company becomes successful in the first place is because they have a look about the customer experience. That was the main goal. If people order from them, they want to see that the consumer order easy, the product arrive fast. If there is any problem, we change it and keep the relationship with the customer. Yeah, that's when nobody knew Amazon. That's what they were doing every single day. And guess what? Now we all know Amazon, but you don't even remember. But like everybody else, the way that you learn about Amazon is because somebody told you. Somebody told you, look, oh no, I want to buy that. Look, go to this place, Amazon. You find everything is fast, no problem. You don't like the product, change it very quickly. Friend, someone will tell you, and this is how we all know about Amazon, right? So they center in what we call a long-term value of the client. Even here in UK, Bruno, you see these companies like BT or the whatever in the internet, they give 6 months free. Yeah. So why those companies giving you 6 months free internet? Why? Because once you put the internet in your house, yes, and that thing works, you're never gonna change. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It doesn't matter. So those companies understand very well the long-term value of the client. They understand that once you have that consumer, the client, if you give them a good service, yes, and you nurture the client, you have a client for a long time. And having a client for a long time, the value of that is huge when you multiply it for a large number of clients, for large organizations. So on the other hand, companies that are using all the money, all the resources, all the energy, trying to find new strangers, new clients, new marketing strategy. Let's bring more new people, new strangers, which is something that is really expensive to bring new people. It requires a lot of work because these people don't know you, and then you need to convert into client. And then the actual client base that the company have, people that already bought from you, people that already have the relationship for you, people that you can even do customer appreciation party or something like we're talking about, small high perceived value, the very, very, is more cost for you, right? Can create a great impact in these customers that actually I'm buying again and again and again from you. It's like this theory. There is a book. I went to the launch. It's for the founder of Metro Bank. It said 10 customers into funds. Yeah, operate at that level. Yeah, that you can turn your customers in. The whole dynamic of the business itself change. But I want to talk, Bruno, about your book. Tell us a little bit more about your book. Where can we buy your book? What is about? What can we learn?
The book is titled The Art of Compassionate Business, the subtitle Main Principle for the Human-Oriented Enterprise. Was published by Ruth Leach by the end of last year. The second edition. This second edition includes more than 400 pages with a lot of cases of companies that are compassionate but also successful from different continents.
Wow, that's a big job, Bruno. You did a big study.
Very big job. And also this book includes some topics such as the importance of a broader mission, the importance of beliefs and a prosperity mindset in business, the importance of a compassionate communication, how you can communicate with different stakeholders in a compassionate way. There is a full chapter on appreciation, gratitude, and other aspects in business. There is also different chapter for different stakeholders. For example, how you develop a much more compassionate workplace, how you develop much more compassionate customer service, how you develop much more compassionate relationship with other stakeholders. And there are two more chapters on creativity and innovation in the business environment, and also have different appendices on stress in the workplace, mindfulness in the workplace, leadership, compassionate leadership, with a lot of examples. It's a lot of work, but it's very satisfying because I feel that has a lot of acceptance in the readership. And the book can be found on Amazon, any other bookshop, online or offline. It's sold worldwide, and obviously it's published by Ruth Leach. The cover is white. The first edition was black, so this is the new edition. Make sure that if you buy, it's the white cover.
Yeah, the white one. Yeah.
And yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bruno. And Bruno, if we have some corporate listeners that are paying attention to this broadcast and they want to learn more from you,
Okay.
how can they find you? How the process work?
There are different websites that I have, but I give you one that is very simple. It's www.brunosignaco.com. Or they can find me on LinkedIn. They can check on LinkedIn. They can join me on LinkedIn. They're more than welcome. I publish articles and newsletter on a regular basis.
Wow, thank you so much, Bruno. That has been fantastic. Yeah, you're very powerful. Yeah, it's almost about hit 12 o'clock here in UK and you're still on. So with a lot of energy. Look, thank you so much. I think I really appreciate your priceless advice and lessons that you have shared in this podcast to our audience. I really appreciate it. And we love from this podcast, we believe that all entrepreneurs should be happy, wealthy, and healthy, right? And if in your company, even if it's a small business or medium size or large company, if as an entrepreneur we don't start to use this principle that we discussed today, we're gonna find a path with a lot of resistance in order to build the company, because the world is changing, culture is changing, consumer behavior is changing, and the old way of doing things, it doesn't work anymore. And we have big companies that they are elephants. They're responding to change so slow, like, rather than be like an entity that have 1,000 little boats that when you said turn right, all the little boats will turn right at the same time very quickly. They're like a massive Titanic. And when they're gonna respond to change, they have to turn right. Now you need to turn the whole big Titanic on the right. So those companies that they are slow to respond to change and slow to implement what we discussed today, they're gonna have a hard time to be around in the future. Yeah, with a company that they're able to give this power to the people, this surrender of the authorities residents within the companies, and this management system, where everybody say, "Oh, you have to do what I say. Don't ask me. I don't listen. You have to do what to do." If these structures, right, and the management doesn't go to training and don't start to learn new ways how to become leaders, right, than manager, and how you can empower and enroll your team in your organization, the organization itself, they're gonna face huge problems responding to change, which has been the death of all these big companies in the past that change arrived and they were so slow to respond that they're not around anymore. So thank you so much for this profound lessons, masterclass, I would say, that you share with us, Bruno. And for our listeners, see you in our next podcast, how brave entrepreneurs like Bruno break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.